Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how I made my Mandalorian armor. I have some other videos teaching you how I did other things, but let's get right to the process. Okay guys, so the first part of the costume we're making today is the arms, and the part of the arms we're going to be making is the shoulder pads. So I'm going to jump right into a time lapse of me starting to build those, so let's go. Okay guys, so right now I'm cutting out a few templates to make the shoulder pads. So I am cutting those out. They took a while because I wanted them to look really good and clean. And then when this is done, I am going to work on the other one. Then I am going to be bending in all the shapes together to make the final basic product. So that's what I'm just doing now, gluing them together to give them a better rounded shape. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding the border pieces or not. I'm still working. It takes a while, so you do want to be patient on this step. Now I think I'm working on the borders. Am I? Yep, I'm working on the borders. So as you see, this takes a while, so you want to be patient if you want these to turn out really, really good. Like my finished costume, they look really good. So right now I'm gluing everything down. Okay guys, so in that time lapse you saw me make the shape of this, then add 2 strips, and this one I completely finished. So the way I did those, so I cut that piece right there, and that's the piece I used right there because it already had the angled cut, so it fits pretty well. So there's going to be spackle there to fill in that cracks, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover up all the corrugation and finish that one. So I'll be right back when both of them are done. Okay guys, so I finished both of them, but I didn't add the corrugation, so I drew this out. This is the mud horn thing on the side. Let me pull up the picture. Okay, it's loading. Right there. That's what I'm doing right now. So I drew it out, and I'm just going to trace over it with hot glue and make sure to stay really close to the line. But before that, I'm going to cover the corrugation there and there, so I won't have to do that later. So let's do that. And then I'm going to cut back to both finished shoulder pads finished. Okay guys, so I finished the corrugation covering up on this one, and as you see, I spackled these 2 cracks. I'm going to sand them later after I finish all this corrugation. So I'm going to finish the corrugation, then get back to you guys. So okay guys, so these are the 2 shoulder finishes, or the 2 shoulder pads done. So what I'm going to do before I paint is sand those down. But I'm not going to paint yet because we're going to be working on these. So these are the last 2 part of the arms. So we have the knuckle pieces, like the hand guards, and then the arm braces. So I'm going to work on the arm braces. I'm actually going to go into a time lapse. So I'm going to start that, then get back to you guys. See you then. Let's go. Okay guys, so to start the chest piece, I cut out these 3 pieces. So these are going to be the 2 main pieces, and then I'm going to glue them on to this and then start working on the indent in there. So I'm going to glue that, then get back to you guys. So be back in 1 minute. Okay guys, so I did everything. So I glued these, and I cut this shape out. And as you see, let's go to this. There's a little diamond shape in the middle, so I'm going to build that, then get back to you guys. So okay guys, so I actually just didn't do the diamond shape. I just covered the back with a piece of cardboard, and it looks really good. It still looks good, still looks somewhat accurate to the shell, but now I started working on the bottom. So this we cut 1 out of, and these we're going to cut 2, but when we trace them out, we're going to trace them like this. Then we're going to trace them like this. So I'm going to label all of them. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So I'm going to cut all those out, then get back to you guys. These are all the pieces. So I'm going to glue them all together on a little bit of an angle. So with the curved piece, it will fit well. So I am going to glue them all together, then get back to you guys. So see you then. Okay guys, so I glued them all together. And you see that gap right there. I'm just going to fill that in with a piece of cardboard. So I'm going to glue it in, then get back to you guys. So okay guys, so I glued everything down, and it's looking really good. So what I'm going to do now is work on those little flap things. So I'm just going to work on them, then show you what I did. So let's go. Okay guys, so this is the template I have for the left shin. So I cut out 2 of them, one of them, I cut out the inside. This is going to be the border. I did it all in one piece because it's going to be a lot easier. But I'm going to glue this on, then glue the piece in the middle, then cover all the corrugation. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. See you then. Okay, guys, so I only covered the outside cardboard because this is really hard because it's really thin, unlike the other cardboard. But now I cut out the other leg. So I'm going to just cover that corrugation again and then cut out all the detail pieces. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. Okay, guys, so what I did, I covered the corrugation. And then I added these 5 bands of cardboard to give it the detail on the Season 2 armor. And then I'm going to be making that. But as you see, all of these armor pieces are the ones that I'm painting silver. So I'm going to go spray paint them outside. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. Okay, so everything is spray painted. And these are the shoulder pads and then the main chest plate. So I'm going to start attaching them to the shirt I have. So I'm going to just map out where everything's going to go. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. Okay, guys, so right now I attached the Velcro onto these pieces. And if you're wondering why my station's a little messy with stuff that's not in this video, I'm multitasking right now. While the paint's drying on the Bo-Katan blaster, I've been working on the Mandalorian. So right now, this is the shirt that I'm using. So let's get down here. And then the plates go on top of it, like so. I'm not doing a good job lining everything up, but you get the gist of it. So now, the shoulder pads, I'm not going to attach with Velcro. I'm just going to glue them on. So I'm going to glue them on, then get back to you guys. So okay, guys, so I attached both the shoulders on. It's hard to make them look good when I'm not wearing it. And I just threw these on there to show you what they look like. This looks like a big gap, but when the cape's there, it's going to fill that all in. But now the next part I'm going to be working on is that little thing that goes under. So I'm going to make a template for that, then get back to you guys and show you how to make it. Okay, so let's go. So what I did for the gut plate, I held a piece of paper up to the armor, looked at a picture, then just drew out the designs. So I'm going to cut out these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces out of foam. So I'm going to do that, then get right back to you guys. So let's go. Okay, guys, so I cut everything out, and this is what it's looking like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some old fabric that I find, probably either gray or a dark blue would work. Then I'm going to lay it over. Make sure to get all these indentations. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. So let's go. Guys, so I covered the, I don't know what it's called, like a gut plate or something. So I covered that with the cloth. Then I glued it right back to this armor piece. So here, let me take this off. So this is one big armor piece here. Focus. There, this is one big armor piece. And then this fits on top. So now the top of the costume's all done except the belt. But what I haven't been working on, except the 2 exceptions because I needed to paint, were the legs. So I'm going to start by working on the boot covers. So I'm going to go into a time lapse, so let's go. Okay, guys, so right now I'm measuring out a piece of cardboard that I'm going to be using for the right leg piece. So I cut that out. Now I'm adding a piece of cardboard going right down the middle. This took me a few tries because this has this weird triangle shape on the top, but it looks good at the end. So I started working on the legs or the boots, whatever you want to call them. So you saw I took this big sheet of cardboard, cut the shape out of it. Then I cut this front piece out, and then I bent this piece up, and then I put a piece on the bottom to help it keep its shape. So now what I'm going to work on are those little ammo cartridges. So let's go. Guys, so this is what one of the completed ammo cartridges look like. They're going to be plain and simple. So what I'm going to do with this, I have to make 6 of them, so we have 5 more pieces of cardboard. We're going to do all of them, then just continue with the build. So let's go. Guys, so these are the 6 ammo cartridges I cut out and glued together. They're very simple, but they're kind of time consuming. 6 of them took me around 7 to 8 minutes, so not horrible. But the next thing I'm going to do is do the details on the top. So I'm going to do that, then get back to you guys. So okay, guys, so the detail piece I did, I cut a piece of foam, cut angles on it, and then I just cut out this V shape. So basically, this is the finished leg. So what we're going to do is paint it, then add some Velcro. Then we're just going to have to attach these. But this is basically all the building done, so now it's just painting. So let's paint. Okay, guys, so I painted this brown, and it looks pretty good. So everything else that I painted are the canisters, silver, and that's it. So here I have a piece of brown paper, and I'm going to use that for the strapping to attach those two. So I'm going to do a little bit of work, then get back to you guys. So I attached the band of what's supposed to be leather, and then I attached all the cartridges. I only used 5 on this, so I made an extra. So what I did for the webbing is I glued a piece of paper down, and I'm going to loop it like this. So I'm going to finish it up, then get back to you guys. So okay, guys, so I finished the webbing. Now I'm working on this. So I'm just going to glue everything down. It's another one of these, but it doesn't have any ammo on it, and it's a lot thinner. So I'm going to glue everything down, then get back to you guys. So okay, guys, so this is what the finished boot looks like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it and then glue it up the back. So I'm just going to slide it on like a boot cover. So I'm going to glue it, then just start working on the other boot. So okay, guys, so the first thing I did for this leg is I made a big tube. So I'm going to work off this. And this is the picture, the best one I found. This is actually from the Welding Geek. So go check out his video. He actually made a full video or series of making his Mandalorian armor. And he made it completely out of metal, and it was pretty cool. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a time lapse of me doing some work. So let's go. Guys, so right now I am cutting out the piece that's going to wrap around my leg and these tiny smaller strips that I'm going to be gluing on. So first, as you saw, I wrapped the tube already. Right now I'm adding these other straps going around it. Takes a while because I don't want them coming off. And then I am adding another layer. It's hard to explain, but it looks good at the end. That's all that matters. But what I'm doing now is going to get back to you. Okay, guys, so this is what it looks like done painting. So what I'm going to do now is work on the knee pad. So I'm going to go into a time lapse for that. So okay, guys, so this is what it's looking like. So I don't know what this is over here, but it's on, I think it might be a dark gun or something like that. But what I'm thinking of doing now is painting it. And what I'm thinking for the paint is using this blue paint. It's very bright and it's a little faded. So what I'm going to do, if I can find it, I'm going to use some of this white, and maybe I have it somewhere, but it's like this fading silver color, and it looks really good. Might use it for some other weathering, but I'm going to paint the knee pad, so let's go. Okay, guys, so what I did for the paint, I painted this blue, that silver, and then I just added some silver weathering on the outside. So this is the entire costume done now. So let's go to the finished product. Hey guys, so this is the finished costume. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you guys subscribe so you won't miss any other of my videos in the future. Thank you. Bye.